All right, this is going to be the traffic info series. We're about to bring a number of different products to market that will help our Speedway out and the individual operators in their local markets. And the three topics that we're going to focus on are the consumer insights, impressions, and the satellite metrics of finding best billboards. The Speedway is going to need all three of these tools to be able to convince the buyers of scale of what our footprint is and what we represent. What are impressions? Impressions are provided to us by Place Exchange with their new product, Purview, and Place Exchange is a leader in programmatic activities. This Purview product is based on Opportunity to See, or OTS, and it lines up with the OAAA guidelines released earlier in 2021, and also in line with the Media Ratings Council standard that should be ratified sometime in the second quarter of 2022. Once that happens, the standard's adopted, Place Exchange will seek MRC accreditation starting off in 2023, which is the good housekeeping seal of approval. Will give folks a lot of solace and comfort in that data output. The process aligns more closely with TV, web, and mobile budgets, and it's going to help us to identify how many there are that had an opportunity to see a billboard display or ad. So why is it that we need these impressions? The budget decision makers are depending more and more on solid data in order for them to push out their budgets. Once we get them these insights and impressions for the consumers to be expected, we need to give them the counts, the number, the reach and frequency of where they came from and how many times they've gone by within a given period, in this case, a 4-week, 28-day period. The Speedway needed a way for us to compare all of our footprint to the big three and to others out there. And in the past, Geopath has been the only solution that could be doing it. They've been doing it for years, but many of our operators don't use them for price or other reasons. The process hasn't been transparent in many cases, and nor has it been MRC accredited. And we hope that will become so in the future. As the DECs that most of us use, they're antiquated, they're inaccurate, and they're based on these Department of Transportation rubber snakes in the road, which are very, very sporadically placed. The Speedway needs accurate and believable and transparent information to give to the budgets in order to lure the revenues to ourselves. And Purview has been providing this data to those buyers for several years. It gives me a great confidence that their product is going to hold up to the test of time. We're also getting feedback behind the scenes from a number of the users that have used it for several years, and we're very confident of the acceptance of their processes. So what does the IBO Speedway and the impressions from Place Exchange Purview involve? They have been gracious enough to enable a bulk buying process for us to be able to get to all of our Speedway. We're being able to make it convenient to them and update the data in a nice way. So it's a win-win for all of us. The savings are going to be passed along to you, the IBO participants, and you'll be surprised at what the minimal cost is to have really world-class data. We're currently curating the Speedway participants, those that are already connected, and the data sets will begin January the 3rd, which is the day that I'm publishing. This is going to coming out to be viewed. This is also going to be open to other IBO associates that aren't necessarily part of the Speedway yet. We've got out of 90,000 faces, we got about 50,000 connected. That's 40,000 that are out there that may not be. Some of them are rated by other services, and we understand that. But over time, we think that the MRC accreditation and the validity and transparency of the data service will really win a lot of industry usage. We also would encourage any of the other independents that are out there that are not part of IBO to go ahead and join. It's a very affordable. I think it's about $140 a year for your entire company to participate. We don't look at that as a barrier of entry at all. The data is going to be available starting in February of 2022, just a few short weeks away from the time that this was published. And initially, the data will be provided by way of Excel sheets and format for used with your proposals as you would need to based on your lat lawns, on your face IDs that you have on your data. Sometime shortly in the second quarter, we should be able and have ready an API connections for those that want more automated interactions. But the key thing is that we're going to be curating the data effective the first of the 2022 year. We're very excited about this opportunity to drive our IBO revenues and your local sales. So please contact me with your questions, your interest, and we'd love for you to subscribe. Have a great 2022 and look forward to working with you along these one of several traffic metrics products of bringing to market.